Woohoo! We're on the finale of the Learn Blender series. To end things strong, I will show you how to make a Rubik's Cube and animate it in a rotating motion. So here I've opened up Blender, and all we're going to do to model the Rubik's Cube is pretty simple. So first, let's make it a 3x3 Rubik's Cube by adding 2 loop cuts along every axis. So I'm going to press Command R or Control R if you're on Window, and I'm going to scroll up on my mouse, and there I have 2 cuts like that. And then I'm going to do it again on the y-axis, and then I'm going to do it again on the z-axis. There you go. And I'm just going to add a nice curve because Rubik's cubes don't have sharp edges like this. They usually have a curve, so I'm just going to curve mine by pressing Command B. Just need to make it a small one like that. Okay. And usually Rubik's cubes have a black material, so let's go to the material panel first. Go to the base color and make it black, but I don't like to go all the way black because that doesn't usually give a good result while rendering, so I'm gonna put it like around here. And to see how that looks, let's go to the material view. There we go. And now let's make the faces of the Rubik's Cube. So first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the materials for each face. So there are 6 faces in a cube, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's give each one a new material. And because we're going to lose track of what each material is, let's name each material by, I'm going to click the first one and click the search here, the text field here, and I'm going to call it base. Let's select this one. This one will be the white base. So we're going to make it emissive. I kind of hinted that in the last video. I talked about emissive materials. So let's select the surface, click the green button here, press emission, and let's make it, it's already white, and let's just make the strength 5. And we don't want to keep on setting the surface to emission and changing the strength to 5. So here's a bit of a magic trick for you. So I'm going to press this drop down here, press copy material, go to the material number 2, press paste material. I'm going to call this red face, and I'll make it red. You can make it whatever color you want. I'll give a bit of a pink hue. Let's put it all the way here, and let's select this one. Actually, I forgot to copy it, so I'm going to copy the material, paste it, and let's call this orange face. Like it's a bit yellow, so let's move it over here. Let's try this again one more time. Still yellow. Please excuse me. Let's see how this looks. There we go. And let's make this, call this yellow face. Press copy material, paste material. Let's make this yellow. So we have a white, red, orange, yellow. We're missing green. Let's add a green face and a blue face. So let's call this one green face. Go back to the previous material, press copy material, press paste, and let's make this a green color. And let's select the last one, let's call this one blue face. Select this one, press copy material, select this one, press paste material, and let's make this one blue. There you go, we have the 6 colors for the 6 faces. So now I'm going to go back to our cube, and press tab and to go to edit mode, and we're already in face select. If you aren't in face select mode, be in face select mode. And I'm going to select the front face by pressing shift click on each face, and I'm going to make this one white. I'm going to select this one, shift left click again the same way we did for the front face. I'll make this one red. I'm going to select this one. Let's make that orange. Select this one. Let's make that yellow. Let's select the top. Make it green. I'm pressing assign, by the way. As soon as I'm selecting the faces, I'm just shift selecting it. Just the faces. We don't want the edges in the middle. And then I'm selecting the color I want, and I'm pressing assign right there. And just repeat that process for each face like I have done here. And let's go to the rendered view. And there you go. And that's how our Rubik's Cube looks. But I hinted in the last video that in the render properties, there's a cool trick called bloom. So this is how it looks without bloom. But if you activate bloom, what just happened? Please excuse me, Blender crashed on me and I had to remake the Rubik's Cube super quickly, so it does look a little bit different from what was before, but the concept is still the same about the animation that we want at the end. So take this as a tip. Always save your work. So I'm just going to, so where was I? So I was talking about the render settings here, so I'm going to activate blue and it looks nice. And I was going to show you how to animate it, which is what I will get to right now. So let's select the cube, press N on our keyboard, and go to rotation on the Z, right click above it, press insert keyframe, and I'm just going to make the animation viewable for you. And so there you go, the first frame of our animation has been placed. So this is how typically animations work. So you make a keyframe by changing the location, and then you right click and press insert keyframe, and then you go over to the animation panel over here and press I to insert that keyframe. So now I'm going to go to another frame. I'm going to go roughly to the middle, about the 130th frame, and I'm going to make that 180, and I'm going to go back here and press insert all channels, and I'm going to press this jump to endpoint, and I'll make that 360, and I'll press I to insert on all channels. And in order to make sure that worked, I'm just going to press play, and it works. Whippy! So I'm just going to go back to frame 1, and I'm going to save it again because I don't want Blender to crash again. And now I'm going to go to the camera view, and I'm just going to add a simple plane, like so, and I'm going to press G then Z on the cube. I'm going to make it float a bit, and I'm going to adjust the camera accordingly by going to view, lock camera to view, and I'm going to adjust it like this. Let's keep it like this. And I'm going to use the 3-point light setup that I showed you in the last video. I'm just going to go to 7 and press G, move it all the way over here. Shift D to duplicate it, put one over here, and put one over here. And then I'm going to select the plane, and I'm going to press the material panel, press new, and then I'm going to make it pink. You can make whatever color you like. I'm going to save always save. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to go to 0. I'm just going to press space one more time to see how the animation will look. I'm going to save it again. And now I'm going to show you how you can render an animation, because it's a bit different. So go to press the thing that looks like a printer underneath the camera on the panel and change the output from temp, and you can click on the file and it'll then navigate to a place where you want to save it. And then I'm going to change the file format from PNG to FFmpeg video. Then I'm going to change the encoding container from Matstroka to MPEG-4. That's how to render an MP4. I'm going to press save again. And then to render the animation, just click render and render animation. And now Blender is rendering your animation. This usually takes a while because this is rendering 250 images rather than one like we've been doing all along.